Boston famous North Shore roast beef sandwiches in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm excited. Let's give one a shot here. The past couple years, I've taken a trip to Boston, and I became obsessed with this regional treat, we'll call it, the North Shore roast beef sandwich. Arby's has roast beef sandwiches. They kind of suck. It's Arby's. They were inspired by a chain from the North Shore of Boston region there called Kelly's. Kelly's Roast Beef. They kind of invented the roast beef sandwich as that style. Arby's was inspired from that, supposedly. Here we go. Here, that's what we have everywhere, right? But in that area, there's all these shops that make these North Shore roast beef sandwiches. And the way to get it is called a three-way. I'm going to show you. Let's have a three-way here. Oh, man. I've been looking for this. I've been wanting one here in Charlotte. Nobody had it. I asked in the Charlotte Foodies group, and everyone was rude to me and called me an asshole, telling me to go back to Boston. It was a very Massachusetts attitude from them towards me. Stereotypically speaking there, I was hurt. I said I was dumbfounded that you cannot find this here. It's got to be somewhere. They're like, go back to Massachusetts. We don't have that here. How are you? Anyways, I've got one now. I've got one. So, they're looking for feedback. This is new on their menu. I'm thankful that this exists. No matter what I say about this, no matter what I would say about any of it, I'm thrilled that I can have this here. So thank you. We're at Northeast Treats and Eats. Northeast Treats and Eats has all these baked goods, Northeastern style snacks and foods, and it's a cool little diner. It's inside of a Ford dealership. Kind of weird. It was probably a good option for them to, I don't know. They're inside of a Ford dealership, so I had to pass by a bunch of Mustangs. You know how I feel about Mustangs. That was my love-hate relationship. So I might have had to check out a couple of those, but I didn't get stopped by any salespeople. I didn't get talked into a Mustang. I still have my precious Mazda 3 hatchback here, which I love. I love more every day. Probably gonna keep this or get a new one when the lease is up. We'll see. But yeah, it's new on their menu, and they want feedback. So we're gonna do it. I assume this is an extra little side of one of the key components of a three-way roast beef, the James River barbecue sauce. This does look good. This does look good. Before I take it out of its bib, good God, this looks good. Let me show you. It's roast beef piled high, a slice of American cheese, mayo, and James River barbecue sauce on an onion roll. And it looks magnificent. Let's take our stupid selfie thumbnail with this thing. That is genuine joy right there. Let's see if it lives up to it. Let's see if I can figure out how to eat this without ruining my car. They're hard enough to eat in person. This thing is dripping. Okay. There's a big old toothpick. Let's get him out of there. Take a bite. It's so good. It's so messy. Let me show you here in a second. Wow. Messy. What do they say about these guys? Your New England diner, bakery, and creamery serving big burgers, specialty sandwiches, scratch-made favorites, hand-cut fries, fresh salads, ice cream shakes, and more. Affordable, generous portions. I will say I was worried that this was going to be a small portion. It's not. It's a $15 sandwich, which might be a little more than you would pay up there. I'm paying for the privilege. It's $15. It's worth it. Yeah. Cool little spot. So, let's keep digging in. Let me show you. I've got a criticism that I knew I was going to have that I don't know that there's any way around, but we'll cover that in a second here. There's the inside. You can see all that beef, mayo, cheese, barbecue sauce is just bursting with it. Something they did super extra right on this. If I can even show you. The onion roll is toasted, buttered and toasted perfectly. It's delicious. A lot of places, I say a lot. I've only had, I don't know, 8, 9 of these sandwiches. This is probably my 8th or 9th. I don't know. A lot of them don't do the bun right, and they're still good, but these guys did the bun right. Absolutely. So my criticism, there's only one thing that could be improved. Everything else is perfect. I don't know that this could be improved here. The beef isn't as like tender as it could be. Typically you get one of these things and it's just loads of pink tender beef. But these are from places that are doing nothing but these sandwiches. Well, a little more, but that's their thing. All day, every day.
Here's a beef I got up at Jamie's in, I believe it was Peabody, up in the Boston area there. And you can see the beef is it's piled on. It's super thinly sliced to the point where it doesn't look like slices anymore. It's just a mound of this tender, pink, delicious beef. And that's the goal. That's what you want to aim for. I don't really know how to accomplish that. I don't know if you need to be putting out more volume of this stuff to really aim for that. I don't know, but that's perfect. Everything else about the Northeast sandwich is at least as good, if not better, than this one. And this was my second favorite up till today. So that's good stuff.
So I went into this not expecting these guys to have the best roast beef. And they don't. Now that said, wow, this is falling apart on me. That said, this is still spectacular. Hard to eat. They all are. And this is great. This is better than at least a couple of the beefs I think I had up there. It's up there with them. It's good. And another northeastern treat there, Moxie Soda. I've had this. I've had it once. I've had it up in Boston. It's a Maine soda. It's distinctively different. And their little sign they had up said, "This is the oldest continuously produced soda in existence in the country here." I think it said 1884. If that's true, it's probably on the can here somewhere. Maybe not. They like to brag about that stuff when they've got, history like that. I don't see it. But yeah, give it a sip. It's made by Coca-Cola now. You can't really get it everywhere. You can only get it up there. That's because it's so weird. It's kind of like a root beer, but it's got different herbal notes to it. I don't know. I did a short video about this the first time I tried it, and people were telling me, well, it's this. I don't know. It's good. It's pretty good. Kind of like the look. You can't see it in the video. There's a nice looking blue Mustang back there. Kind of want it. I'm not going to get it. I don't need another Ford to fall apart on me. 2 Mustangs, both with tons of issues. The second one, the roof started leaking. That's unforgivable. I'm done with them. Everything's so good. My only knock is the beef. And I don't think they've got the volume to do this as fresh as it could be as what I'm looking for. They just don't. So I can't ask for that. That's unfair, I think. They're only open till 3 p.m. So if you're in the Charlotte area and you want to try this is out on East Independence. I think it's Town and Country Ford or something like that. It wasn't too bad getting here. They got pies. They have strawberry rhubarb pie. I saw her bring out a plate of chicken tenders for kids sitting at a table. They look spectacular. Everything looked good. These guys know what they're doing. I'm stunned there isn't more of this. I can be quoted as saying, These sandwiches are the best things I've ever eaten. I love them. This is my favorite food. And there's one that was absolutely, by far, my favorite one ever. That was from the Modern Butcher in Danvers, Massachusetts. We had to wait 2 hours for that sandwich. And I don't remember what we paid. It was kind of pricey, long wait. It was worth the wait. It was worth every penny. It was the best one. This gives off vibes of that. They've done a good job with this. The toasted roll is on point. They got the right ratios of mayo, barbecue, all that good stuff. Just the beef. That place had the most thinly sliced, tender, pink, delicious roast beef I've ever had. That was the... If you were putting me in jail, I got a death sentence, final meal, it would be a Modern Butcher roast beef. 3-way. Maybe throw in a 3-way, right? I'm about to die. This is hitting the spot. Anyways, I want to finish this up, get out of this parking lot before someone comes and tries to sell me that blue Mustang back there. It's so pretty. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to Northeast Family Treats and Eats for even existing and offering this sandwich. I don't have to go to Boston to get one now. That's really cool. Now, that said, do I still want to go there again this year and do like a dedicated tour of these sandwiches and try to eat as many as possible and really rank them? Yes, I do. A couple links in the description if you want to see. I've done that once. I had a bunch. And the last time I was there, I had a couple, including that amazing one. So you can check those videos out if you want. Thanks for watching this one. I'm Poppy. This is Poppy Eats. Y'all have a good one.